Well, the hashtag is Nigeria 2015, and of course we have the Twitter handles there for you to use on this particular program. Elections are holding in 29 states. There you have them on your screen, and of course get us your messages and tell us what exactly is happening in your neighborhood. In those states that the governorship elections won't be holding, we understand that the assembly elections will be taking place, and of course that's the email address for you, nigeria2015@channelstv.com. This is also where you can send in your pictures and short videos. Don't forget our eyewitness platform is all there for you to be part of this. Now m.channelstv.com is what you can actually use to view us live on any of your mobile device. Just simply go to the Android market or the App Store of any of your device and download the Channels TV app, and you just be on to Channels TV. By the way, a quick reminder here that we're live in the UK on Sky, and of course Channels 24, and of course you can get to us on 575. That's the frequency to watch Channels TV live in the UK on Sky. And we still have 2 of our guests here. Captain Umar Ali, a retired captain in the Nigerian Army, who's a security expert, and of course Bansa Chima Naji, a legal practitioner. Bansa Naji, you are on a course concerning the voters in this particular election.
Yes. Let me just say very clearly that the political climate in Nigeria is no longer the same as it used to be, and can no longer revert to what it used to be. The voter has suddenly been empowered by a lot of flurry of activities over which some politicians or many politicians did not have control, but which by their own utterances and conducts conduced into bringing them forth. The voters in this country have become very, very much aware and keen. Now that they know, like in marketing, they say the consumer is king, and he votes from his purse. If he refrains, the product dies, and the maker goes extinct. That is going to happen going forward.
In our politics?
In our politics, because in the British parliamentary system, where we learned our politics, it had been stated that the ballot box is the most painless killer. It's between you and the box. Once the thing is announced, you either find yourself in the mortuary or in the hospital, depending on the attitude you came to table with. If you came to table that it must be do or die, then you are in the mortuary and you have nobody to, to say he caused it. So our system is changing, and you suddenly can see that political parties and candidates are now regarding the voters, talking to them, doing one-on-one, doing, of course, the media houses have been agog with different sloganeering and different jingles and what have you, all designed to reach out to the electorate. All these things didn't happen before because the voters never mattered. And I am speaking from experience. We had what they called the election, but 5 days you didn't know where the counting was taking place. And at the end of the day, results were written. Some of the people deployed to do the result did not have the basic arithmetic training. So they compiled the results of voters that were more than the registered voters by a very significant percentage. And the electoral umpire of those days allowed these things to pass.
You know, let me come in here very quickly. Talking about electoral umpire, and we saw that that of the presidential elections and National Assembly, especially the presidential election that was being live. You were also both of you were part of that particular process. Now, how well can we monitor the states to the extent that everyone can keep close watch as the results trickle in?
What we are saying is, and that is what I insist on, because it's not always very easy to do 100% monitoring. If we depersonalize the process will supervise itself. You can see that many politicians are now getting adjusted to the card reader. Even just the preliminary concept of depersonalization is this card reader something. They are now getting used to a situation where they no longer, excuse me, deploy their thugs to either hijack the ballot boxes or carry some people they don't want to vote or make noise and all that, because they have seen that these things don't work. There are some people who tried, but they found that it was a nullity. It will amount to nothing. Because if you carried a carton of what you thought was US dollars and you went there, they were pool papers, you know, this game, whatever, coupons, okay? I don't think you want to go for cartons that are similar like that, you know, next time. So what we are seeing now is that electoral violence will be a thing of the past because you have nobody to fight. The system, when you go to the ATM, it is between you and the ATM machine. And what you deposited there.
Even when your card is stuck in it, you don't fight the
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So we need to move fast. Between now and 2019, there is no reason why all the laws cannot be amended and we bring on board full-blown electronic voting process.
You think we're ripe for that? We're ripe?
Overripe. When you talk about ripe and not ripe, were we ripe for, in the eyes of NITEL, we were not ripe for mobile telephone, GSM. But when the thing came, you can see that the village woman, when the GSM came up, it was a South African advert that used to show, it was MTN that was one of the first districts. It came and they were showing that shoe shiners. As a shoe shiner was shining somebody's shoe, he had a call. And he brought his phone. And the man said, thinking he was a big man, only entitled to the... He said, what are you doing? Say, I had a call. I'm so sorry, sir. He was answering the call and shining the man's shoe. You understand? The message was that this thing was for everybody. It doesn't have to do with class. And we can see the exponential effect, even in business, communication, and interaction. And the Facebook, we were saying, are we ready for internet? You can see when you see the average young person now, because we are talking about tomorrow. Basically, say, I'm interested in tomorrow because that's where I want to live. There are some people of yesterday, let them remain there, they are gone. Okay? The train has left the station.
So we can see the campaigns, you know, the campaigns were quite fierce. Is it that politicians have finally woken up to that realization?
Many politicians didn't know how to post anything on the Facebook. But many of them have. Some of them will say, I didn't have a Facebook account. But they were fast when they saw that that was where we were headed. You understand what I mean? They were even being taught how to do the typing. They never touched the keyboard of even, what do you call it, laptop, not to talk of. So what we are saying is that we don't have to wait until Methuselah comes to move on. We have to move, jump, leapfrog.
Let's hear Dr. Rabi on this.
I just want to underscore what Barrister Naji said. See, the security age is not upon us, the information age is not upon us anymore, it's with us.
Yes.
If you look at our country today, we have a youth board. I think about 64% of Nigerians are able-bodied youth.
Right.
And if you look at them, they are actually E-age people. So if you really want to reach them, if you really want to fly, as in a product, which he said, you really have to be E-compliant. And there was a problem with our parties. You know, our political parties, particularly the dominant party, was not really E-friendly yet. And if you are not innovative, you are not going to find any identity with the kind of youth we have today. They are forward-thinking people, they are go-getters, and what have you. They are susceptible to frequent change because of the nature of what you call social media. So for security agencies too, I'm looking at a day soon to come, or even almost here, where if the security agencies don't become E-compliant, if they don't become information-based, the populace will actually outpace them.
But don't worry, I think that's the place for us to take it up. We'll come back after this break. For those watching us across the world, m.channelstv.com, that's how to get to see us online. And of course, those in the UK, we're live on Sky, channel 575. A moment here, we'll return.